9. Have you heard the news? There's good rockin' tonight. Have you heard the news? There's good rockin' tonight. So let me show you something here. Oh, I checked Walmart and I saw this brand, Mount Olive, kosher dill. They've got them right now. They've got organic. Costs twice as much, but I'm fun to get some. Okay, they do have them at Walmart. Okay, let me show you something. See the car right there? You see the charger? You see the little cord there plugged into the charger? Well, that right there costs money. And let me see how. I'm going to disconnect this thing for just a minute. Wow, I can't. I got all my phones charging up right now because I'm planning on doing a little video live stream here in a minute. First, let me tell you what's going on. You heard the Chinese cars are coming, right? You remember what Tony Seba said? Remember what Tony Seba said? There's a disruption coming. Well, that proves it. The Chinese vehicles are coming, and you're going to start seeing them in here. Well, not really, because we don't really see that many Canadian cars. But who knows? But yeah, I think after this, the United States is gonna have to cave. Right? When people start sharing information, sharing on social network, you know, how inexpensive and nice these Chinese vehicles are, and everybody else on planet Earth is getting them, and now including Canada and Mexico and everybody else on the face of the earth except the United States of America. Because why? Because it's a Tesla killer. Right? And so they're on the way. They're on the way to Canada. Canada, they just signed a deal, or they just made a deal with Xi Jinping over in China. And they're going to start sending, I guess, like 50,000 of them. The first 50,000 of them are only going to have 6% tariff on them. And so, you know, I don't know what the rest of this is what it's going to mean for everybody else. But, you know, at least the people will have transportation. So I'm just checking my signal. Okay. I got it turned around. I usually record on this one, but I'm going to be recording on my other one with a good camera so that you can see. I'm trying to get to Walmart. Hello, everybody making comments. I'm just letting you know what's going on. I'm going to make a video right now. I can't make it all the way to Walmart in my electric car the way it is right now. I mean, I probably could, but I can't take no chances. I just learned how to charge the car for free, okay, with 6,000 watts. That's a lot of power. You know, your electric heaters, they use 1,500 watts. You put one of those, you know what it does to your electricity bill? It bumps up your electricity bill like $45. And so just imagine 5 of those. That's 6,000 watts, 6 kilowatts. These chargers that I charged today off pure solar panels. I don't even think they have battery backup, because I'm going to go find out tonight if this thing actually only works in the daytime, but it's for free. And I was charging, these things were putting out, these solar panels are putting out 6,000 watts. I never realized, you know, it never, You know, it's amazing. These freaking solar panels are freaking powerful, and they're getting more powerful and more powerful every day. And so you see that I've got my car charging out there. That's the slowest charging there is. Where the one that I charged today for free was 6,000 watts. This one right here is charging at 1,000 watts. Okay. But charging at 1,000 watts, you know what that will do to your electric bill? It'll shoot it up like, well, if you charge your car every day, which I probably will be doing because I'm testing it out. But if you charge your car as much as you use the electric heater, it would boost it up like 45 bucks. Which is to say, if you charge up your car, you're going to be paying probably like $7, maybe more. Because here in California, if you're like I said earlier, if you're in other states like Utah, Mississippi, you'd be paying pennies. Okay. California has the most expensive electricity anywhere in the nation, second only to Hawaii. Okay. And so you understand that, right? It's the slowest, but it still costs a lot of money to have that thing plugged in for poor people. I don't want to have that damn thing plugged in, right? When you can go right down here and charge it 6 times faster for free. And but you have to sit there and wait for 2 hours. And so I can be charging it right there like that for free. I don't have to be plugged into my electricity with 3 solar panels. So this is going to be my next endeavor. Okay. And because you can get used, so a solar panel right now will cost you like 80 bucks. Okay. And that's cheap. A solar panel will cost you like 80 bucks for a 300 watt solar panel. I'll double check eBay tonight, eBay and Amazon. But I'm pretty sure it's 300 watt panel for 80 bucks. So you could get 3 of them. That's 1,000 watts. It'd be doing exactly what that thing is doing right there. I mean, if you could have one of these 5,000 watt, people are building them, power stations, solar power stations. That's really nice. But for the meantime, in between time, I'm going to put up the solar panels. Well, I want to put up the solar panels. It will do exactly what that's doing for free. Okay. So I don't have enough money to buy brand new solar panels, but they have warehouses. You can look on Facebook. You can look on Facebook Marketplace. They have warehouses full of old solar panels because the technology is going so fast right now that next year you can get twice as much power for the same size. That's how fast the technology is going. Just a few years ago, I think I was talking about, I think it was like at 14% efficiency. And by that summer, it had jumped up to 16%. What are they up to now? It's probably at least twice that much, if not more. It's probably like 30%. And and it's just, this is where all of the technology is at right now. Energy is the largest industry on planet Earth. Okay. They have thousands of engineers working on this crap. Battery technology and solar panel technology. So you can go down and look on Facebook Marketplace and find panels for 25 bucks. So I can get 1,000 watts worth of panels for 75 bucks. All I got to do is figure out how to mount them somehow or other. and get a 1,000-watt system, it'll do what that's doing right there. Because when that car's sitting out there all day long, 6 hours, it'll be fully charged, right? And so tonight I'm gonna, like I said, I would like to go over to Walmart, but I don't want to get stuck because all these chargers, they're all freaking jacked up. It's a freaking mess. And so I have to go a little bit farther. Today I did a 30-mile round trip, no problem. Okay. And so now I want to do the trip at nighttime. Okay. So I'm just going to use a little bit more power with the lights on. And I got to go over here to check this solar panel where I charged today to see if it's true that it only works in the daytime, which is bizarre, right? So we're going to find out. I've been by there before at nighttime, but I didn't know the slightest thing about electric cars. I didn't even know what kind of connector it was. I didn't know this whole time that's the connector that was in the Leaf. The 1772 connector, J1772 connector. I had no idea the Leaf had that connector in it. I was thinking, oh, you're going to need an adapter. You need to carry the cord with you and all this stuff. It's the most popular adapter there is. Now China's coming to take market share. China has 75% of global market share on EVs, and now they're coming to Canada, right? So you know it won't be long before we finally get these affordable Chinese vehicles, which will probably be about 20,000 for what they pay 10,000, but that's, eventually it'll be like the TV VCR and your cellular phone. You can freaking toss it in the landfill and go buy another one. The price is continually going down, just like VCRs did, just like your camcorder did, just like your cell phone did. Because they're all being built by robots. It's like a copy machine. Like when you have an integrated circuit, all the work has been done. The work has been done already. It's just making copies. It's just like hydraulics. When hydraulics was invented, you took all the work out of it. The problem is you had some greedy, selfish pigs who freaking claimed ownership of the hydraulics, right? They don't share the lifting of man, of humanity. They keep all the profits for themselves. They take ownership of it. Just like the rocks that are out there. They take ownership of them. What do you think they build all these roads with? $1 million, probably $3 million now. $3 million per mile. So that's my next endeavor. I'm gonna go check this one to see if it does not work at night, and if it doesn't, I might take off down to Huron and see if theirs does. Okay, because there's two of them, even though they call them different names, it's the same damn thing. This whole company that used to be all across the United States, I told you, they went out of business. I think they got bought out. Okay? They got bought out, but for some strange, odd reason, they didn't just go over there and tear them down and they just left them there. That's the one I charged at for free today. There's thousands of these all around the nation. I think you know who freaking bought them out to shut them down. Okay? Because it's a freaking mess. Half the times they don't work. It's like the one I went way out here to the fast charger. By the time I got off the fast chargers, it wouldn't fire up because you have to have your account set, right? They won't take a credit card. You know, like you come up to your gas pumps and you just tap a credit card. They don't do that because it's a freaking mess. They need to get their act straight. And so I said, well, I'll go over to a slow charger. And this was before I'd never even charged the car. But I said, well, the slow charger, I know that one will work, right? I don't want to explain the whole thing to you. So I went over to the slow charger and it's all effed up. Computer things that were filing shit. It's you know, how it has all this freaking computer language. It's all freaking whacked out. Resetting or some kind of crap, you know, did not work at all, right? It just says the same thing over and over and over and over again, 1,000 times. And so I drove back to I was coming back home and I said, I'm gonna go in there and check this solar panel thing because it wasn't working last night. So I'm trying to figure out, does it have batteries or not? Does it work just off pure solar panels? That's freaking crazy. Well, I pulled up and I went out there and I grabbed the handle, plug it in. You don't have to use your credit card, anything. It clicks on and starts charging your car. You can hear it. It's freaking charging with 6,000 watts. And so I'm gonna go back there tonight and see if it's true that it only works during the daytime. That's gonna be strange. But if it does only work during the daytime, I'm gonna go to Huron if I think I can make it with the range. I'm gonna go to Huron and see if theirs only charges at night, because that's crazy. How could you do something like stupid like that when all you need is, well, they'd have to be charged like, they'd have to be changed like every 3 years. 1,000, yeah, you do need quite a bit of batteries. You do need quite a bit of batteries to do that, to put out 6,000 watts. It's a hellacious amount of batteries. So it might be that it only works during the day. So we're going to figure that out. But I think there's another charger that is hooked up to the mains there, and it's also free. You've got a lot of chargers that are not solar panel. They're hooked up to the grid, and they're free. Okay, so I'm finding where all these things are. And like there's one big place that has lots of Tesla chargers and lots of my type chargers. There's 2 chargers. There's CCS and there's the 1772. They're 2 different chargers. But apparently the 1772, the one I have on my car, that's the most popular one. Those are everywhere. In little towns, you know, all these little free chargers, that's the connector they're using. It's Japanese, right? And so there's this one place that has all these different chargers, but it's such a freaking mess. You go open up your app. There's this app you can use. There's 2 of them I'm using so far. And you can open up this one and people will say, you know, it's working good. You know, I was here and this is, you know, they're sharing the information. And this place looks like such a freaking mess, dude. You know, they're doing it on purpose, right? So anyway, I'm going to attempt this. So I don't want to go all the way down to this place because they have a low rating. If it's working, right? But if it's not, then I'm going to be in trouble. I don't know where else to go. I've only done this one so far. So I'm going to try to go out here and charge in Huron. And then I'll probably just run back. This will be tonight. And then in the daytime, I'm going to go back to Huron, top up in Huron, then make my way down to to this other one that's closer to where I'm trying to get to, Walmart. Can you believe freaking Walmart doesn't have no chargers? That's freaking pathetic. And you should see the Walmart in New Mexico. What is it? Gallup, New Mexico. They got freaking chargers for days. It's just the people haven't caught on to this. The poor people haven't caught on to the electric cars, because you have a whole bunch of people out there wanting to sell you the electricity, right? Saying, oh, well, you better get it while the getting is good, because later on when the Chinese electric cars gets here and everybody starts going electric, because all the other freaking ICE engines are freaking, right? They're done. When everybody else starts getting electric cars, they're not going to have the free electricity no more. They're going to be charging you, right? When you can get freaking solar panels left and right for $25 and have it out there charging your car for free. That's what I'm going to build. And you watch how fast everybody else starts building these and doing video YouTube live streams about it. Nobody has built one to this day. Okay? Charging their car off it. A 5,000 watt system, let alone, no, a 1,000 watt system, let alone a 5,000 watt system, right? So anyways, that's what I'm going to do. I mean, and I'll check out, I'm writing down the numbers and stuff. I don't want to get, because I'm not in town. I'm way out here in the boonies. So I have to make sure that I have enough juice to make it back here, because I don't want to be calling up the freaking tow truck again, right? So stay tuned. I'll be doing that in about an hour. Thanks for leaving comments, everybody. Talk to you later.